What very realistic event could happen to make 2020 even worse? Internet shutdown. Like other people said, a mass coronal ejection or something. Everything with corona in the name wants us dead. The POC-NW experiences a 9.0 Cascadia subduction zone earthquake. I finally got approved to work from home, it better not. Lucky. Another hurricane. While everyone's in quarantine. An infectious disease hurricane would not be fun. Yes, everyone must evacuate and move to shelters inland. At that point it's almost like you have to quarantine the healthy and high-risk people and let everyone else just get it. Cats too. Too far, man. Too far. Cats too fast, too furries. Let's not give 2020 any more bright ideas, please. It's only the third month and it already feels like a decade has passed. A war almost started, a president went through an impeachment, a continent spontaneously commusted and wreaked havoc on wildlife only to be saved by floods, and a deadly virus took the world by storm. All in 3 months. You're right. Sounds like the recap of an unfortunate decade. Edit, also Kobe. Giant forest fires evacuating large parts of California during the escalating coronavirus outbreak. Pretty ironic that last October I was told that I had to leave my house and now being told to stay home. Now, what happens if the coronavirus carries on until wildfire seasons? People would probably be mass tested and those who test positive would be separated in evacuations and everyone would be evacuated en masse. Well, that would be the optimal solution. Realistically, everyone jumps in their car, create massive traffic jams, tear apart neighboring states' infrastructure, spread the virus to neighboring states and cities, overwhelm the stores, and just stay in hotels. Any disasters during this pandemic? Imagine if this is still spreading rapidly in April with mass quarantines, and a tornado outbreak on the likes of 2011 super outbreak hits. Injured normally have medical to go to, but if it's all filled up by sick patients, well, let's just hope it doesn't come to that. Everyone in the States, count yourselves lucky that this outbreak didn't hit in July-September and hope it gets cleared before then. Imagine if this was widespread during a Category 5 hurricane impact, when they normally tell an entire region to scram to other parts of the country. Earthquakes happen year-round. It would be catastrophic. Got a 5.6 back home in Utah. Crazy just got crazier. Yep, I live in Magna. Went from shit okay pandemic, this is scary, to waking up screaming, my whole house shaking. The aftershocks have at least stopped. State-sponsored hackers attacking the medical industry. Yep, that would turn this shit up to 11. It's one louder, innit? Why don't you just make 10 louder, and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder? Alright, this thread is worsening my anxiety. Same, but I can't look away. Why must my thumb betray me? Title of your sex tape. If Yellowstone erupted, you might as well grab a good bottle of your choice and kick back. Woody Harrelson style. You heard it first from Charlie. If an enormous solar flare from the sun strikes Earth, it could take out our electrical grid, internet, and almost all electronic devices. A solar flare stuck in 1859 that would have caused $10 trillion worth of damages today / this. Imagine getting reset to the 1840s. Also crazy that practically no one knows about the imminent risk of a coronal mass event. Pardon, but what is a coronal mass event? I'd like to know, that way I can spread the news. When little Timmy woke one day and donned his fluffy robe, coronavirus made its way with pace across the globe. It spread to China, France, and Spain, the States, and Britain too. It traveled far by boat and plane, for each and all to view. But Timmy stayed at home all night, and over time at last, he found with joy and deep delight, coronavirus passed. And so he lived to fight again. He shook his head and sighed. But Yellowstone erupted then, and everybody died. Dogs with bees in their mouth, and when they bark they shoot bees at you. That's far worse than anything that could happen. Thank you so much for this visual, I'm laughing and crying from fear at the same time. Link. A Great Depression. This season of Earth is entirely too unrealistic. What have the writers been thinking? They're trying to spice up the storyline since the global warming plot point isn't attracting enough viewers. I think the issue is the global warming plotline is too much of a slow burn, so they put in this end of world bit to build quick tension. Petition to rewrite the season? Well, my mom died yesterday, so there's that. I'm sorry for your loss. Someone deciding now is a good time to go to war when defenses are down? Edit, and my inbox got defeated. This is border violation. Looks at US and Iran. Or NK China Russia SA. As a South African, your last one there gave me palpitations. We don't really go to war with countries at all anymore. Sad face, but I assume you mean Saudi Arabia. Nothing against the people as a whole, but formal appeal to use KSA for that shitty government of gangsters. I found a snake under a blanket in the bedroom. It's already happening, people. Could be worse, could have been in your boot. Hello. A much overdue seismic big one hitting my state of California. The last catastrophic quake, as told by several tribes lore, was in the 1700s and created Humboldt Bay. That would suck with everyone being in quarantine right now. We had a 5.2 in Humboldt yesterday. It was quite the fun ride. Hey, I saw that movie. Wow, you are still ducking here, like and subscribe for more.